How can I talk about Pokemon without also talking about Digimon? Digimon is also a media franchise. Digimon was created by Akiyoshi Hongo and owned by Bandai. Originally created in 1997 to be a boy version of the popular Tamagotchi, Digimon would turn into an anime that would thrust it into popularity, putting it in direct competition with Pokemon to the point of having Pokemon people and Digimon people. I fall somewhere in between. Although not as popular as Pokemon, Digimon has a strong cult following, certainly enough to still be producing games and cards. When I first saw Digimon, I was probably like you. I was like, what is this, some kind of Pokemon ripoff? In fact, the first Digimon I saw, which was Greymon, to me at the time, it looked like an orange Cubone. I was very wrong. The only thing that's the same between the two series is the way that the creatures change shape. And the creatures, also known as Shinka. Digimon wasn't about catching them all. It was about getting home and stopping evil. In fact, you weren't even supposed to have more than one Digimon. At least initially. The English dub constantly liked to add Digi to all the words in the show. Digi-Egg, Digimon, Digivice, Digidestined, Digicode, just to remind us how digital the show was. The English dub also forced all these lame jokes down our throats in an attempt to save us from the crazy intense things that were going on in the show. Digimon was a more deep show. I mean, as soon as you take out all the crappy jokes. The kids go to real places, have real family problems, and have a real threat to the real world, all caused by evil technology. The season finale of the first season of Digimon Digital Monsters had me in tears, and Pokemon has never done that to me, and I've watched both series all the way through. Sucks that I can't find a way to talk about Digimon without also comparing it to Pokemon. This Digimon thing consumed me. I was making little cardboard cutouts of Digimon and hiding them from adults like they did in the show, and also running away outside with my friends from evil, giant, invisible Digimon. I was pretty obsessed. I collected the cards. I collected cards I couldn't figure out how to play. No one knew how to play it. They were cool to look at, though. Like, hey, I didn't see that in the show. I rented the card game for PS1, and I don't think it's the same system. Then, of course, the games. These are the ones I have. I've at least played most of them, and I've owned 2 copies of Digimon World 1, but they're broke now. Another thing that sets Digimon and Pokemon apart from each other is their consistency issues. Pokemon pretty much sticks to the rules it lays down, and to the one main character. But Digimon changes its rules, its characters, and even sometimes its settings in almost every single form it takes. For example, we are told in Season 1 of Digimon Digital Monsters that time in the digital world is crazy fast, which explains why the Digidestined returned to the real world the same day they left, despite having to have spent like months in the digital world. However, in the very next season, they go to the digital world after school and are home in time for supper, seeming to imply that the digital world's time is synced with the real world's time, or vice versa, even though it's the same universe as the previous season. Then there's Season 3, which gives a big FU to the last 2 seasons, stating that it never happened and that it's just a card game, and a television show, just like it is in real life. Season 4 is about Digitrains turning into Digimon and complete Digidestined fail. And Digimon Season 5 is when we punch Digimon in the Digi-face to charge our Digi-soul so our Digimon can Digivolve. That was fun to say. Don't get me started on the Digimon game plots. Okay, fine. Digimon World 1 takes place on File Island, despite having nothing to do with the show. We have to convince Digimon to come back to the city because they're brainwashed, usually by beating them up. In Digimon World 2, we are a kid in a Digimon-human coexistent area who go into dungeons with a Digibeetle and kill Digimon at the very end of it. No reason. Digimon World 3, we're a kid playing the best MMORPG ever. And in Digimon World 4, we are the Digimon, and we have weapons, like we effing need them. That's as far as I should go. Out of the two, Pokemon and Digimon, I would prefer Digimon, but they're both great. Thanks for listening, and see you later.